Mormons love Disney.
False. I do not. At least not anymore. Well, we've got a tenuous relationship at best. Not a fan of what they did to Star Wars. I actually did love Disney when it was full of patriarchy and princesses in need of saving. It taught me that I need to become a hero capable of great deeds.
Disney is obviously very family friendly, and it's also historically served up a lot of patriarchy friendly stories about girls being princesses that need to be saved and boys being the hero who come to save the day.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in my opinion, what's on the flip side of wholesome is never maturing into adulthood. It's being caught in this never-ending fantasy land of adolescence where happiness is the only outcome. I truly believe that Mormons have perpetual Peter Pan syndrome. For me, there's definitely a connection between the toxic positivity of the Mormon church and the ultra-curated joy that can be found in a Disney park.
This one has conspiratorial levels of assumptions. So the claim is that our love of Disney is reflective of permanent immaturity and that we live in a fantasy full of toxic positivity. She then proceeds to provide exactly zero evidence for this wild claim. But I shall not do you dirty like that. Let's talk about it. Pornography is an actual fantasy, and a recent analysis of one of the largest pornography distribution nodes found that Utah was 40th in the nation for porn consumption. Idaho and Wyoming, the other states with large Mormon populations, are even lower on the list at 49th and 46th respectively. An independent analysis found that for every 10% increase in Latter-day Saints in the population, porn use actually dropped by 16%. Here are some statistics for those who are religious, and Latter-day Saints who are highly religious are at or near the top of every study. I'm going to put a bunch of these on screen. Feel free to pause it. I'm just going to touch on a couple. Higher self-esteem, less loneliness, lower rates of depression, decreased anxiety, lower rates of substance abuse, better relationships with children, higher education, better physical health, longer lives, more charitable with time and money, create stronger communities, significantly lower divorce rates, more intimate marriages, happier kids, more kids, less mental illness, more education, higher socioeconomic status, more charitable, and our children do better by every meaningful metric. Maybe I'm crazy, but the actual data here doesn't reflect a fantasy world full of toxic positivity. And since you brought it up, maybe we should bring back the old Disney that taught young boys to be heroes.